All right, we are live on Lunch with Ledyard, our only one here in April. We've had a busy April with different things going on through sporting events, travel, and getting back from spring break. So we really haven't been back in about a month. So we got a lot to talk about. We're on campus of East Texas Baptist University in Meadows Hall at the ETBU Tiger Radio Lab as hi, Thea. My wife is on Facebook Live. Hello. Hopefully Cooper's watching a little bit before he goes to bed, takes his nap. But we're here at ETBU. Kenneth the K-Rock Cline with me, and I'm Adam P. Ledyard, as we're getting ready to talk some ETBU sports, more spring sports than anything. And we'll have K-Rock's Corner here, and then we'll have our guest today will be Natalie Prather, track and field first, followed by Janae Shirley in softball, and Jared Hood in baseball, and then Jeff Bramlett with men's and women's tennis. Talk to him about 10 minutes each about the different things going on. And, boy, we have some people chiming in on Facebook Live. Hello, Denny Diskrell. He's out in New Mexico, took over, I think, a NAI school out there. And Nathan from the University of Dallas. Glad to see you guys. Also on, we have 5 people viewing on Periscope. So thanks for checking in today as we're talking ETBU sports. But first we get that, we're going to go to the K-Rock Corner. And Ken, what are you wearing today? What the heck is on your you got stylish sunglasses or something?
Hey, I'm cool. And when
Should we get you?
And I'm cool. Hey, easy
Can
there.
I play with that? Oh, there you go.
Hey, I'm cool. And when you're cool, the sun is always shining.
And you got a little yellow on there. We got a new toy this week. We got some spectacles. Wearing sunglasses inside. Denny, we got some spectacles this week to try out. So go ETBU Tigers Snapchat. We'll put some stuff up either during the show or after the show. And K-Rock's going to wear them for this session. And we'll see what it looks like from the eyes of K-Rock. So what do you think, Kenneth?
That's legit. I mean, I feel like I'm a celebrity already.
I'm going to have to press these, aren't I?
No. You'll pay every time for that.
I like doing that. You can see the little circle going.
Oh, what be?
That means it's there now. It's done recording. So when you get to talk, you're going to have to press the sign again. So you're going to have to get used to that. So, Kenneth, it's been about a month since we've been on here for the K-Rock Corner. Why don't you give us a brief update of your stardom? We had an article on television the other night on Kenneth K-Rock Cline and his career at ETBU and the things that has gone on in his life. So tell us an update on Kenneth's life.
I'll tell you what, I'm so jealous of that K-Rock. I'm so jealous of that K-Rock. I'm saying to myself, man, this guy, I'm here, I bust my you-know-what every single day to work, and that K-Rock gets everything. It's so ridiculous. It's so crazy. Hey, wait a minute. That's me.
It's you.
I'm the K-Rock. How do I forget it? I always feel like there's a different personality. But, you don't have to touch that glasses every time,
I like
you know?
touching the glasses.
So awkward, so weird. But, yeah, I mean, it's been kind of a little weird. It's been a little legit. I've had friends of mine saying, hey, man, you're a rock star, you know? It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. But, yeah, it's definitely a little awkward, but hopefully I'll get used to it.
Well, Kenneth, tell us a little bit about just briefly, why a television show, a story was done on you for the television.
Because I just signed a new contract?
Now, Kenneth has done a really great job for us here at ETBU, calling a lot of the games, but he's known for his home run calls and has done a fine job with that. But overall in life, Kenneth has had
it's kind of a little personal, so I'll just stick it to that.
All right, we'll direct you to the story. We'll put it up later on for that. But it's a great story. Tatum Everett did on KTBS out of Shreveport. But we're glad to have Kenneth, and he's got rock star status now, which is pretty cool to have around. What do you think, Kenneth?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I better get used to. So.
And you went home for Easter. We gave you guys a few days off. Did you enjoy your time in Houston?
Yeah, except I got sunburned at the lake house. Not too happy about that.
How did you get sunburned?
Well, let's just say I didn't put so much sunburn. I mean, I don't mean to. I better keep it. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, keep your shirt on, please.
Yeah, good point. But I don't know. It was not
so.
too
Looking
good.
at ETBU sports, we've had a lot of action in the last month. First, let's look at track and field briefly. They've done well individually. We've had some men's athletes do really well, win some events, and have a chance to get up in the national rankings. I know Cody Blankenship and Zach Biles are out there battling to get into the NCAA championships to qualify for that.
Yeah, Zach Biles and continuing to make some noise out there in the pole vault, and as everybody else on the track, they're doing a good job, and looking forward to a great run at the ASC Championship meets. As you know, we had some players, or some runners, I should say, competing in track and field events. They're in the national standing so far, and hopefully they can continue to improve on their times as well and make a big statement at the ASC Championship meet. So hopefully we'll see some runners up in the NCAA regionals.
I don't know. Hannah Godwin on the women's side is a massive javelin thrower. She's got a chance to win a conference championship this week. She's done well too. So then now looking at tennis. Tennis is they started ASC East strongly, and then they had a tough competition against UT Tyler, battled the women down to a 5-4 loss, but still right there. We'll have a chance to make a run in the ASC tournament. Kate Bramlett's done well, the only senior graduating in 3 years, so we're going to lose her. And the men's tennis team is right there in second place in the ASC East, will most likely qualify for the ASC tournament again.
Well, we tried knocking on the door against Tyler. It doesn't work. So next time we're gonna have to jackhammer that door down, or we're gonna have to use something to knock that door down. But very close match, and obviously the women's team, they're still pretty solid. Men's team, they're getting experience. You can tell they're getting better. Obviously, they had some bumps in the road recently, but definitely going to be exciting to see them continue on. Both teams continue on. Is looking forward to them trying to get some big wins against Ozarks and Belhaven.
Softball are sitting at 30-6 now. They've got 3 games left this weekend here at home against Hardin-Simmons. Nationally ranked 14th in the nation. It's going to be the most likely the number 2 seed in the ASC tournament. Sitting pretty to make a run in the ASC tournament again. Talk about where the senior class is at and what they've done.
Yeah, they've definitely been contributing as far as leading the team. We've seen Jamie Perez lead the team in offensively. Lacey Lindsay's contributing as well. We got Katie Hill, obviously getting more bruises by taking hit by pitches in a way. Playing some good defense too. I mean, Trina Dejo's been contributing. Caitlin Hollingshead also been contributing as well. And I'll tell you what, Lindsay Vasquez, currently the only player that I know that owns second base all time, as she broke the.
We gave her a second base, didn't we?
Yeah. I will say this to Lindsay Vasquez: if you're watching or if you're seeing this later, take my advice. Do one of the 2 things. You can either or actually 3 things. You can either A, use it as a pillowcase, B, get a vault and put it in there, or C, and please forgive me for singing high tenor because I'm not a tenor in life, send it to the Hall of Fame. So, yeah.
What he's talking about is Lindsay Vasquez last week 2 weeks ago broke the all-time steals record at ETBU with 104 steals. She's up to 112, I believe, overall. And so we stopped the game, pulled the base out at second base that she stole, gave it to her. They took it back to the dugout. They replaced it, and so now she has a stolen base that she can keep for the rest of her life. Senior class from ETBU has just had a major, major impact on this program the last 4 years, and have won 145 games, I believe. Chase Burrow was working on that, which is 4th all-time. They got a chance to become the all-time winningest senior class, 152 wins, so they've got to make a run through the postseason.
And he's enjoying being Kobe Bryant's number today. I mean,
number 8?
No, 24. I mean, if he were 8, he'd still be wearing suspenders.
So we're still waiting on the coaches to get here. We're going to talk to Natalie Prather here shortly. But finish up with baseball. Kenneth, baseball has won 13 of their last 15 games, has made several comebacks, been down before, and come back. Lost to Concordia on a Friday night, then came back and swept them on Saturday with major, major wins, 9-0 and a shutout, and then I believe it was 9-3 in Game 2. And then their other loss in that 13 of 15 games is against Jarvis Christian, an NAIA school. So they've swept 2 of their last 3 ASC baseball series. Talk about this baseball team and where they're at right now with 6 games to go.
Yeah, I sometimes think the Astros take great pride in watching ETBU make their comebacks, because otherwise they wouldn't make comebacks. But anyway, the guys are doing pretty well. They're having a good time, enjoying their great careers out in baseball. They're definitely putting themselves in great position. They're in a pennant race right now as they're trying to host one of the conference tournament teams. And, actually host one of the conference tournament sections, I should say, not teams, but anyway, you get the idea. But obviously, they're having a good stretch as of late. Took 2 out of 3 from Concordia, obviously, but yeah, series sweeps against McMurray and Ozarks. Sul Ross was there in the mix. But yeah, I mean, they're still in prime contention, as looking forward to a good, tough series against Howard Payne. And then, if all things were to consider, the next series against UT Tyler should be pretty big.
Well, let's talk about both the softball and baseball program. We're still waiting on coaches to get here, but both of them get their backs against the wall and they respond. Softball, 6 of their last 10 games have won 1-run games, a couple of them on walk-offs. Baseball, against Louisiana College, lost that first night, came back, won the next 2 the next day in pretty handily fashion, and then swept McMurray, swept Sul Ross State, and took 2 or 3 from Concordia. So talk about these teams when they get their backs against the wall. They're responding this year.
Yeah, I feel like they get bumps in the road. I mean, I'm not sure what goes on in the locker room or whatever what's being said, but obviously the guys are showing some fight. I mean, if you talk about the baseball team, you know, we're always going to expect some sort of dramatic first game of a doubleheader on Saturday because we've seen walk-off wins. I mean, 4 walk-off wins to be exact. But the guys seem to respond very well through adversity. They've been playing very well. And then obviously for softball, you know, they're a grinded-out team. I mean, we saw that against LC where they won 3 one-run games. And then obviously Sul Ross State, against Sul Ross State, you know, another come-from-behind effort against a pretty good team. But, yeah, both teams are figuring it out. I mean, this is not something that we've been accustomed to, but it's definitely been fun so far, even if it gets a little stressful.
All right, Kenneth, K-Rock Cline Corner with Kenneth Cline as Coach Prather just walked in the door. We're going to talk to her about track and field. So thanks for talking to us today and wearing those spectacles, Kenneth, and seeing through the eyes of Kenneth Cline here on the Coaches Show, Lunch with Ledyard. We're bringing Natalie now and talking